Why do some people build wealth effortlessly while others struggle their entire lives? The secret isn't just about how much you earn, it's about how you about money. Why do some of the hardest working people I know still struggle financially? I'm talking about teachers, nurses, construction workers. They're putting in the hours but not seeing the same kind of wealth others seem to effortlessly attract. It's all about mindset, and in this video we're going to break down the psychology of money and the specific ways rich people think differently. Most people think financial success is all about numbers, right? Like some magic formula or getting your CFA. But honestly, it's way more about behavior than complex equations. Studies have shown that even people with crazy high salaries, doctors, lawyers, you name it, can still end up broke if they don't know how to manage their money. Think about lottery winners. They get a huge financial windfall and then boom, it's gone. Why? Because they didn't have the right money habits in place. So if you're out there thinking you need a six-figure salary to get ahead, remember this. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep and what you with it. Here's the thing. Wealthy individuals, they're playing chess while most people are playing checkers. They're not just thinking about the next move, but the next 10 moves. They think long-term, way past their next paycheck or even next year. Their focus is on building a legacy, not just a bank balance. Instead of chasing those get-rich-quick schemes or trying to time the market, they're laser-focused on compounding, which is just a fancy way of saying they let their money grow over time. They understand that wealth is built slowly and steadily. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it picks up snow, it gets bigger and bigger, gaining momentum. This is how their investments grow, gradually, but powerfully. One of the best examples of this is Warren Buffett. He made over 90% of his massive fortune after he turned 65. His patience and strategy paid off in the long run. Why? Because he understood the power of compounding and let it work its magic for decades. He knew that time was his greatest asset. He started early, stayed consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting. This approach allowed his wealth to grow exponentially. So if you're just starting out, don't get discouraged by the numbers. Remember, every great fortune started with small, consistent steps. The key takeaway here is to start early, stay consistent, and be patient. These are the pillars of building lasting wealth. Time is your biggest ally when it comes to building wealth. Use it wisely, and let it work in your favor. Alright, let's talk about one of the biggest psychological differences between the rich and, well, everyone else delayed gratification. Studies have shown that people who can resist the urge to spend every dollar they make to buy all the latest gadgets and luxury items are way more likely to build long-term wealth. The wealthy? They've mastered the art of delayed gratification. Instead of blowing their money on depreciating assets, they're reinvesting their money into assets that actually them money. They understand that true wealth isn't about looking rich, it's about building a solid financial foundation that will last a lifetime. So, next time you're about to make an impulse purchase, ask yourself, is this going to help me achieve my financial goals, or is it just going to give me a temporary hit of dopamine? Let's be real for a second. Money isn't just numbers on a spreadsheet, it's deeply emotional. It affects our lives in ways we often don't even realize. In fact, a lot of financial mistakes happen because we let our emotions, not logic, dictate our spending habits. We buy things we don't need, or make investments based on a hunch rather than solid research. Fear, greed, social pressure, these emotions can be powerful motivators, and not always in a good way. They can lead us to make decisions that we later regret. Ever heard of FOMO, the fear of missing out? It's a real thing, it's everywhere these days, especially on social media. We see curated lives and feel the need to match up. You see your friends going on lavish vacations, buying expensive clothes, and suddenly, you feel this pressure to keep up, even if it means going into debt or derailing your own financial goals. It's a vicious cycle. The wealthy? They're aware of these emotional traps and have developed strategies to avoid them. They understand the importance of staying grounded. They don't let their emotions control their financial decisions. They stick to their plans and stay focused on their goals. Remember, it's not a competition. Your financial journey is unique to you. You're running your own race. Stay true to your path and make decisions that are right for you. Okay, so we've talked about how the wealthy think differently about money. Now let's get practical. How can you make the shift? How can you start thinking like the wealthy and build a solid financial future? Well, I'm here to tell you, it's not as hard as you might think. It all starts with a few simple changes, things you can start implementing today. First up, invest before you spend. Before you even think about buying anything, pay yourself first. Put money aside for your future self. Set up automatic contributions to your savings and investment accounts. Make it a non-negotiable part of your budget. Then, and only then, can you think about spending on wants. Second, think long-term. Wealth isn't built overnight. It takes time, patience, and consistency. Start small if you have to, but start. Even small investments can grow significantly over time. Invest in your education, learn new skills, start that side hustle you've been thinking about. The key is to keep moving forward, even if it's just one small step at a time. Consistency is crucial. And finally, avoid lifestyle inflation. Live below your means, even if your means increase. Remember, true wealth isn't about showing off, it's about having options and financial security. It's about the freedom to make choices that align with your values and goals. So, start today. Make those small changes and watch your financial future transform. At the end of the day, financial success isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter. Change your mindset about money, and you'll change your financial future.